here is the. Oh, it's already been posted in chat.
All over it, man.
Here is the spreadsheet. Please add your questions and answers into there. Everything's unblocked, okay? So, but if you do start like fucking around with it, okay, we're just gonna block it again, for no one can add anything. If you can't add anything, then Crafting, do you know how to fix that?
Let me have a look.
Because I don't. Just like I said, relatively short.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, someone's just edited it. There we go. Amazing. Right, now while you're adding things, yeah, you can add as much as you like, Williams. I'm going to start going through the thing. This very first point is my own on evaluations. Basically, if you've read my PD suggestion, it's going to be everyone that is corporal or above is going to be given an evaluation. If you get below a certain percentage, you'll be forced to retake the test. If you fail it again, you will be demoted by 1 rank, and then if you want to rank up, you'll have to take the evaluation again. If you screw it up royally and get way below the certain threshold, you'll get demoted, and then same process to get back up. Idea, you know, being obviously for improvement of the PD, so watch this space. It will be coming soon-ish once I get Sam Bell's approval and state commands, so we're talking probably next week. My second point, once again, is friend circling. If I catch any of you promoting people for no reason in friend circling, I will kick you in the teeth, essentially. And you do not want to find out what happens then, because I will do everything within my power to PD ban you, okay? Very simple, don't friend circle, lovely jubbly. You're up, Sam.
Okay, basically, as you know, that we're looking for an EU Chief Sergeant. We have received a few LOIs, okay, but we just want to know if people have any LOIs. If you do, obviously this is targeted at sergeants, so corporals, this doesn't apply to you. But maybe after this meeting, if you have an LOI and you haven't sent it in yet, please send one in via the website or just message me on TeamSpeak with the LOI. It's going to be EU only, okay? Sorry, NA, but we already have one. However, I'm pretty sure Cody's going to end up leaving for NCA, so you know, maybe an NA lieutenant would be opening up soon. So if you're NA and you do have like LOI for Chief Sergeant, maybe think about a LOI for lieutenant. For all you E crackheads, however, we do have a slot open, so do send in your LOIs if you haven't sent them on already. Next subject is ride-alongs. What I mean by this is the ride-along sheet. A few people are using it here and there. It is getting used quite often, which is good. What I mean by giving ride-alongs as a sergeant is obviously promoting seniors to corporals, even keeping a lookout for corporals in general, reporting to command, telling them, like, oh, this corporal's been good. You can see at the bottom there, I put a notice saying, like, look out for NA corporals and seniors. This department is mainly EU based, and we really need NA people to step up in ranks, go to corporals, sergeants, and even like trooper to senior trooper. Need higher ranking members in the NA for that the NA time zone isn't getting neglected. Also ride-alongs. I'm pretty sure this was just the one-off occasion, but I did see someone yesterday with a ride-along in this department. I'm not going to say his name, but he's not in the meeting right now. He had a ride-along with Scar L on his back. The ride-alongs are supposed to be wearing the white vest and a Glock provided to them by the PD. They shouldn't be using their own weapons. Also, if you see a civilian like just completely taking the piss during your ride-along, like say they're giving a civ ride-along, go tell state or go kill. I'm not sure if you would go to get them ride-along banned, but if you feel like they should be ride-along banned, then go talk to someone about that. And also the last one is the opinions on new weapons. I'm going to take off Coke Bar here for everyone can talk and give you new opinions on these new weapons that have been added. Please don't be AIDS, or I'll just instantly put it back on. I want to hear your opinions on the new weapons that were added in.
Yeah, is there any chance I could just, I'll put my point in first if possible. I think the new weapons, especially for the corporals or sergeants, are quite, we've been DRP'd or whatever you want to call it. We've been pushed down a few.
I mean, yeah, about that, like, people have, like, come up to me and, like, talk to me about, like, what happened to other weapons, like, that now they have, like, really bad weapons and everything, and, like, they don't get anything good anymore unless, like, you're a high rank.
Not exactly. I like to make a point here. In the officer shop, I found one of the most OP weapon. Yes, that's exactly what it is, Jack Hunt. The MP5.
Yeah, kill.
Yeah, I
something
know,
like
that
that.
is pretty
If you see
I believe
people
it's a
crying
really
about,
good weapon.
yeah, people crying about the Vector. The Vector's a fucking great gun. Like it is exactly the same as that MP5. It is a vanilla armor-free, 45 ACP that has barely any recoil, can have any scope on it, okay, and can penetrate trees. Okay, it is a god of a weapon. If you ever played King of the Hill, and if you ever played King of the Hill with me, you know for a fact I use the Vector all the time. It is a really good gun.
Is it bad that I used the HK over the MP5 over the corporal weapon?
Yes.
No, the MP5
sorry.
is fucking
No, it's not.
sexy.
MP5 is absolutely mental. All I'm
Yeah.
waiting for is the
Yeah,
50 cal.
Yeah, back to my point. Sorry, my mum interrupted. Just about a holiday, anyway. So yeah, I feel like we've been nerfed just because the M4 race is pretty poor. It is a 3-round burst, obviously, but I think from going from what sergeants had to it, we then got deranked, but we got nerfed by Cobra, and then we got nerfed again by I feel like it was State Commander. I'm not too sure. We haven't been told, but I just feel that we should
The people
get.
who developed the weapons were Nick Actons, Brandon Williams, and obviously Jago. We were working on these weapons for a long time. My weapons that I wanted in were a little bit different from these, but relatively the same. The MP5, the Vector was there. Sergeants, the CAC PDW for sergeants is a god gun. I'm not sure if you've used that yet.
It's
I have
insane.
used
Most
it.
of the sergeants I've talked to that used that CAC PDW are fragging people on the daily.
Because
And also the M4 wrist. I don't know if you know this, but you guys have the MK262. Previously, the M4 wrist shot the M85A1, which is it's a shit version of Stanek. Basically, it's fucking terrible. This MK262, okay, is what makes the M4 3-round burst wrist good as hell, which makes all of it good. The MK26 mag is the reason that we lost our 6.8, but we then upgraded Stanek. That's the whole point. The nerf in 6.8 was to make the PD look a bit more realistic, but also replacing it with these MK26 mags just made it better, in my opinion. You haven't really lost anything, just a slight change in how many weapons you can use. Also, that USP is a fucking god gun as well. USP domes people as well, even though it's a pistol.
Could I also say that? I mean, we had our 6.8 that got removed by Cobra, and then I was like, oh, we can use a 6.5 Katiba, but then our 6.5. I know you say we have the M4, but obviously each person in the police force will have a different type of rifle that they like to use, especially sergeants. Like some people might like 3-round bursts, some people might not. Some people, the CAC's like quite a short range weapon. It's not for long range. And I was
Very
just
slow
thinking,
fire.
especially
it's very
like
slow fire.
me. Especially like me when me and Rodriguez were on the highway earlier, you kind of the how you play on the highway is a lot different. You know, you've got the gaps, you've got the distance, and I just thought that maybe a 6.5 MX or something like that could be moved down, or the MXC that's not as good as the MX that we have in now, I believe, unless we have that one in. I didn't check, but we did have a 6.5 and it got removed. So I just wondered, could we have the MX moved down to sergeant maybe, and then maybe the CAC moved down to a corporal or somewhat something like that, because the corporals only have one weapon, and for a supervisor rank, you know, some people like different things, and at the end of the day, just gotta. I know we can't please all, but I think we should try our best to do it, especially when we've gone from having loads of guns to minimal.
What
Yeah, but,
basically happened is that I didn't really want to get rid of the Diva. I have no problem with the MX getting put in there, but it was originally a department command gun, and I don't think it's going to go lower than Chief Sergeant. I don't know if you know this, but Dragovich is trying to get the new beanbag shotgun lower to Sergeant. Okay.
Yeah, that
For every department,
Oh.
he's trying. Okay. It's a low chance it will go through, but he is trying to get that through. I've been using that quite a lot. The beanbag shotgun's quite good. However, if you do get knocked out and then shoot someone with a beanbag shotgun, it won't knock them out. It will just fucking kill them.
Yeah, so you
Tested by
be
some
careful.
people.
Yeah, tested by me.
On me.
Also, the new weapons. When we added these in, if you didn't see the change, so like talk to Nick if you have complaints. The reason like that was there is because if people don't like the weapons that are in or feel like they could be improved, that's where you come to your chain of command. So you go to lieutenant, the captain, your major, then obviously we don't have an inspector. I would go straight to state command and I'd tell them like the weapons for sergeants or corporals or any rank is under buffed. I've talked to a few different people in the rank and they say Katiba, example like that. The MX I doubt will get moved down, but we could get the Katiba added back, or maybe the what was that gun? The M27 IER. Maybe we can get that added back.
Oh,
I know
that
SWAT
was-
have that. They have the 60-round mag version. That's a fucking gun. I saw Bobby using that. And they've also got a SPAR that's got like a drum mag on the bottom of it.
I mean,
Got
I'd enjoy the
150
SPAR
rounds in it.
I would enjoy the SPAR 16 with just Stanek. That is pretty decent. Or
The vanilla
500.
standard mag is the same as the MK26.
Although I would also like to make the point, boys, that we also have the new scopes. So
Yes.
we did take a weapon debuff. We took a major.
I love the
buff
new
on
Yeah, I
the,
do like the new
the brand new
scopes.
ACOG.
Yeah.
+1.
What about? I'd like to put this forward because we were rolling today. Me and Rodriguez with just pistols. We were trying to get a bit of RP involved in the game. What about a pistol flashlight? Because that just looks sick. Like it's not like important, but it just looks
a bit
sick.
irrelevant.
Just the,
When you're pushing buildings with it.
I guess
The
Oh,
laser.
yeah, I mean,
you can get
Cody-
this. There's already one for the
pistol
Glock.
flashlight. He did want a pistol flashlight. I know there are pistol flashlights already in the game, but like they do seem a bit irrelevant. To be honest, when you're breaching buildings, you should really be using your rifle, not a pistol. Unless you've died with your rifle and you've disappeared, then you shouldn't really be breaching. You should be at the back. Like I'm not sure if you know this, but the SIG is armor piercing that will penetrate through armor rounds. I know Command has the Taurus Bull, Raging Bull now.
Yeah.
What's it called? USP, that's a good gun. M1911 for Sergeant. Dan, you were the one that came to me asking for sergeants to get like the M1911 lowered down from Chief Sergeant. Just because of the fact that it like increased, like at the moment, I'm not sure if you know this, but you should really be having your M16 or your rifle in your backpack during code green and then on your back during amber, and the IE will actually give you punishments for having your gun out in code green. It's happened to me before. I think the reason people just keep their rifles out during code green is because the pistols we have aren't very good.
And because we're playing ALRP.
Yeah, and we're playing ALST, where civilians have no regulations on what guns they can carry.
Anyway, I think that's probably a good enough amount of discussion on that point.
Quickly,
However-
we'll go through the public points now. Crofty, you want to do the better vest?
Right, Schofield better vest.
Oh, my point was the better vest. I think
Right,
not Croft.
I know, but I'm answering. XD. Right, what do you mean? What do you mean by better vests?
Hello?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can.
Oh my
yeah,
goodness
What
me,
do
I'll
you
have a
mean
talk
by
power,
better
have a
vest?
Yeah,
talk
well,
power.
the vests are garbage. Every day you just get one tapped, and it's not nice.
It's just because you're bad.
Yeah, good.
No, you can take two shots from the
Calm down, he is
5.56.
correct.
And you get
Trooper's
killed.
vest, you are going to get dumped on up with a Trooper vest. I know SWAT have better vests, okay, but like our vests are the same as every department. Every other department has to put up with us, unless it's a specialist department. What I would say is that if the vests were to be changed, like say armor level 4, all the civs would end up getting that, and if civs already can carry 7.62s, imagine them with an armor level 4 vest and then swap off 5.56. It isn't going
They've
to work
already
out
got
well.
armor level 4 vests. They've got armor level 5 vests as well.
Do you know what that is?
I don't think so.
The armor level,
Like gang vests to
the
level 5 vest.
displayed armor level
No.
is different from the
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah.
It
Same
says
with the
like
Woodlands
3.
vest.
It's like 5.
Yeah, it says 3, but it's not.
Anyway, I'm
The
having
config's
talk
gonna
power
change.
because this is AIDS. Right then.
They could have that. To be honest, I never knew they could have that kind of vest. It's a bit upsetting.
Well,
Yeah,
yes.
like I said, go talk to like from my position, I would go talk to the state about maybe getting the vest increased.
Do you want to do the ICT training stuff?
Yeah, I do ITC trainings on Saturdays. The reason I can't do them throughout the week is because obviously I'm still in school. I come home, I want to have fun. I don't really want to be doing training. A lot of the trainers in the department. I know Craven does it like every fucking day. He doesn't have any regulations. Just ask him, he'll do one. I do mine at Saturdays, and I'll usually do it from, let's say, if I wake up at 1, I'll do it from 1 to like 7. I trained, I think 2 people today because they had come ask. If you really want ITC training, wait till the Saturday. Come ask me, and I'll do it. Hold on. I'll do Daniels as well for ITC. If you want to do the,
I'll do the rest.
Yeah, you can do the rest. New ITC training higher patrol.
Yo,
What
I
do
wasn't
you mean by
saying,
that?
I wasn't asking about ITC training. I was saying I'm an ITC trainer, and I've trained 2 people today, just simply because they've come and asked me for it. If I'm on and I'm seeming like I'm not in an active situation, come ask me. I don't mind taking 30 minutes out of my time to come and help you lot. I would advise all of you do go get the ITC training very, very quickly if you're corporal or above. If you don't have it, because it is very helpful, especially when you're taking other officers around, etc. So I'd advise that if you need it. I won't be able to do it for the rest of tonight, but tomorrow I'll be on. Hit me up with a message and I'll do your trainings. And then can I just carry on with my point, Sam?
No, I'll hop onto them and see what's cracking, and because I can kind of guess what's going on with stuff with Highway Patrol. Because Highway Patrol, where essentially the vests are made, the cars are made, Lakeside Patrol vests and cars they're all made. But what we need to happen is for Cobra to put them in, essentially, is what we're waiting for. Our dev cooldown ends tomorrow, so that's when we can request another thing. So that generally means it's going to be in before then, but don't count on it. So, patience.
Yeah,
Alright,
the gang, obviously people pay money for their gang shit that we added. RPD just came out, okay? RPD will get their gear before we get our highway patrol because of the fact that they've paid like $50 PayPal, probably more to be honest.
We bought, from a gang's point of view, we bought our gang last Friday. Our stuff's not in yet, so it does take a while.
Like Crofty said, there's a cooldown on like what we can put in for the tickets. Yeah, that ends tomorrow though, so then hopefully Highway Patrol and the rest of everything that the PD's requested will be tomorrow.
Alright, is it a PD
I thought
cooldown?
the weapon thing
Or
that
an
added don't
LSST?
mount.
Well, it's
Jack,
by
the reason
department,
marshals
it's
pay-
kind of confusing.
Yeah, the reason marshals pay like £50 for their cars and stuff is because of the fact that bought the Camaro, meaning that with their own money, meaning that they're the only department that can drive it as well as state command, because it's their money. Like they bought the car, it wasn't for public, it was just for them. I'm not sure what happened to our FPIU. If anyone knows what happened to our FPIU, that just disappeared. I know marshals have an FPIU, but we had a state trooper one and it's gone now.
Do you mean the old one or the new one?
The old one,
No,
it got ripped.
not the Ford Explorer. That's bad. The FPIU.
It got
we had
removed. It got removed, I think, by Cobra because we had a new one. Anyway, Chief Sergeant, yeah, we'll get to that. Essentially, we're still picking LOIs, yeah, whatever. Roll calls, well, one's in progress. What's up with that?
No, I don't mean the roll calls. I mean roll calls in game kind of thing. After every situation, LSST, the highest ranking officer or corporal or above, call a roll call. It doesn't matter if people like it or not. It's your job to organise patrol routes. Have like if there's 3 units on, have 2 in Lakeside, 1 down the highway. Make sure you do your roll calls. I see a lot of people just going straight from bank onto patrol. You're scattered when you do like weaker, and obviously you need to be as strong as you can in Lakeside nowadays. Back to my point about verbal warnings. You have the power if you read the if you read the kind of the authorization list. You have the power to give verbal warnings. We need to give them out because people are doing the same minor things but over and over again, which gets out of control. But if we give the verbal warnings out, we can help cut this. Better, we can help cut this. And then about this is a question, Lewis, about the chief sergeant role. I'm in a gang and I'm not prepared to leave it. Does that mean I cannot be a chief sergeant, or does that mean you cannot be a chief sergeant?
If you aren't prepared to leave your gang for chief sergeant,
no, because I do pay for it, so I'm not. I mean, I can't leave, you know.
Well,
No.
then you can't be chief sergeant then,
I mean,
because
you can do what Matt did. I mean, Matt still pays for the gang. He still helps with payments. He just isn't in the gang anymore. Nothing stops you from playing safe. Nothing stops you from playing with your friends in a gang. I mean, I still my cousin still plays with his friends in a gang, and I mean, I can't because I'm a cop. But it doesn't stop my cousin.
Yeah,
But
I
we
know what you
still
mean, but
do.
you're not
I mean,
actually
like the rebel
in
guns and the rebels, like what normal rebels get who aren't in gangs, still get pretty decent guns, especially with that new like hype the beast shit they've added in the CS:GO. Which, by the way, Peter's did a sexy job developing.
He has.
right, we're getting a bit off track. Let's get back on. New cars, high patrol, add more weapons for corporal.
Corporal won't get any more weapons. I'm sorry.
Probably not going to happen.
just won't.
You've got your MP510, you'll be fine. New cars for higher patrol. What do you mean? Where are you? Done, Robert. Speak.
But I said about like more weapons for corporals because we only get the M4 race.
Yeah, but you also get the fact that the MP5 and the like pistols as well. State Command don't want any more weapons for corporals. I'm sorry, it just won't happen unless a miracle happens. It just won't happen. Highway patrol cars, they'll be every time like a developer makes a new car, we'll like the new BMW that's coming out. I'm trying to get that for corporals without ICT training. So like I said, I'm trying to get every car that comes out. I take a look, I patrol it in game, and I put it into the SOPs with state command approval. Tactics training. What do you mean by that? Off. Where are you? Are you in the show? There you are. There you are.
Hello. Well, basically, a couple times DOC's been taken over. When people come down the bridge, everyone just hops out the car and gets shot from the towers. No one seems to know how to cover a tower and give like suppressive fire while we breach in. So I was wondering if there's some kind of, jailbreak, bank robbery sort of training we could do. Like, not a tag or anything, just a training.
Doable.
I'm not sure about that. It's doable. Yeah, 'cause I know like other departments have like weekly trainings and stuff. That would probably be something you would have to go to state command about. I can't really. I like the idea, make our department better at breaching and handling high stress situations. But I know other people won't because they just use this department as like a bridge to SWAT, and then that's where they get their training. Or say like this department doesn't need. Like Tyrone, like people just treat this department as just, like the big clusterfuck of people. They don't treat it as something that you need to like take serious, and which is kind of upsetting, but it is how people see this. I'm fine with that training. It's just state would have to approve that.
I'll look into it, Schofield.
I do won't go for every township people use the cookers. Fowler, you're definitely correct on this. I'll give you talk power to elaborate on this, but you're definitely correct on how sergeants need to do more roll calls at restarts.
Whatever his name was already went through most of this, but basically, I'm the only person doing them at the start of restarts, and we're supposed to do them after robberies and major situations. Doesn't need to do more roll calls because people don't know what they're doing half the time. People just patrol wherever they want, and it's like, Other thing was a lot of people, like a lot of officers, are still using chargers, and people are using the wrong cars without ITC training. I've been reminding people when they're doing that, but you got a verbal warning from State Command for doing roll calls. I don't know, Jack. But yeah, we do need to do more roll calls because it makes it more organised overall. We need to put people on patrol routes, things like that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover.
Right. I already watched your deliver. Can everyone just like have a look at this new UMP that's when he's done? It looks quite nice. It looks like the whitest thing in the world, though. Obviously, that's going to turtle skin. I'm not thick.
Wait, what's going on?
We'll repeat the information about the test at the end. How can I become an ITC trainer? You have to be, first of all, ITC trained, and you have to talk to me about it. I'm the only one that can pick trainers. I think. I'm not sure if that's been changed, actually. Dodge Charger, the reason that has ITC training is to encourage people to actually get ITC training. The Charger's a perfect balance between speed and handling, and that's why it's ITC trained, because it's a good car. Do you want people to help with ITC? I want to help with ITC. You'll have to talk to me about it. And that's it. Anyone have any more questions? Just before we sign up this meeting, so everyone can leave, because it is getting onto around about an hour now, so let's hurry this up. If you have any questions, say them now. I'll give everyone talk power. Don't be AIDS, just don't be AIDS.
Okay, hello?
You just got rid of everyone's.
Yeah. Don't be AIDS. If you have questions, say them now.
LOIs get looked on the weekends.
P67. Is there a minimum rank to become a ICT trainer?
Yes, senior.
Alright.
If you're in this department, if you're in LSST, it's senior. If you're not in LSST, it's corporal.
Sam, can I speak to you afterwards?
Yes.
Cheers.
Anyone else have any more questions?
Can I add this on a final note? That's the only thing, the last thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
What, there was some guy yelled out. He wants to say something. I'll just wait.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the thing that I've been seeing is, like, you'll take somebody on a ride-along, right? And, like, they'll be like, I have, like, let's say 3 weeks already. So I can put in a promotion request, and then I say, you check. And they only been in that rank, like, let's say, like, 2 days or 3 days. Like, would you give out a punishment for that, or?
What?
Wait, what? If they ask for a promotion, they've only been there for like 2
Yeah.
days.
And like they lie
No,
about like how long
don't
they've
give
been
them,
there.
don't give them a punishment for that. Just say like, oh, you haven't been like that rank long enough. Maybe going around on again when you have hit that rank.
Just
Yeah,
say,
like people that can.
just say it to him, just keep on waiting. If you got the
What he was saying
impatience,
was-
then...
What he was saying was that they were lying that they
Oh,
in the
if
rank.
they're lying,
Oh,
give
so
them
one's bragging they're
Yeah.
not getting promoted.
Yeah, like,
Like,
just,
they're, like,
if they're
lying
lying to
3
you,
weeks
just
in.
fucking
Then,
punish them.
yeah, come speak to us.
Whip them.
Unless you're a sergeant.
Okay.
Anyone else got any more questions before we just end this off?
1 minute.
I don't
Just
can't
give
say
them-
you
Right,
wanna
you
talk to
ready?
me after. Right, Jack, go ahead.
On a final note, my fellow role players, remember,
Don't rip my ears.
role play over role play. It's all about role play.
It is all about roleplay.
Bloody,
This is just going to be pistols only for people who improve roleplay.
Yep.
Let me kill myself.
Right, I'm having an
So
ultimate
good.
interjection here. One final thing, can I speak to Jack Hunt, Jerome Williams, Dan, I'll speak to you, some other kid.
You gotta go
Me.
fast because I'm out gonna make a
You'll
statistic.
be waiting for LSST command.
Yeah,
Other than that, does anyone else, other than
Alright,
Jack Hunt, Jerome
let me post
Williams, Dan
something.
Robbo?
Carlton wants to talk to me, I know that.
Alright, don't disband yet.
bye-bye.
My game fucking crashed.
Right, are we all good?
No,
Are we
1
good,
minute.
leave?
Alright then, Sam, I'll speak to you after Crofty speaking to me.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
everyone, you're free to leave the meeting.
1 minute!
Dean, if you like, I don't know, dude, if you want to upload that to YouTube
Fucking-
and I'll put that in.
Wait!
Your
Peace out,
meeting is now
roleplayers.
over. Everyone is free to go. I need Jack, Jerome, Carlson, and